Hello YouTubers, Robin Jr. here, and we are finally getting the TTK patch officially. It has been announced on Twitter. I saw a tweet by Jakuba Jamal, which is one of the QA guys for the CT for Battlefield 1, and he said that we are officially getting the TTK patch in the January update, alongside more than likely the two other maps for Turning Tides DLC, as well as more than likely bug squashes, improvements, and fixes to other parts of the game. Now, what I wanted to talk about in today's video is the TTK patch a little bit too late in Battlefield 1's lifeline? Now, Battlefield 1 has been out for over a year now, and we've been hearing about the TTK patch for months, like literally months. I think the first time I heard of the Time to Kill patch was this summer, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was during the summer that they announced that they were working on lowering the time to kill. By that I mean making it faster, so people die quicker and bullets do more damage. Now, most of the weapons available in Battlefield 1 were getting a buff of some kind, be it less random bullet deviation, higher damage per shot, less damage drop off per shot. That means that you would do more damage at longer ranges as opposed to very, very little damage the way it is right now in the live servers, and of course other certain adjustments depending on the weapons, such as shotguns. We're getting a big overhaul. The way that the pellet spread is now set up is that half the pellets will be in an inner ring and the rest of the pellets will be in an outer ring, making it so that shotguns feel more consistent and you don't have these random shots killing people when you weren't even aiming on them that much, and then having certain shots where you were really center mass on the enemy player not even kill them at all, do very little damage. So that was getting also a fix. But at this point, is it a little bit too late? I mean, we're getting Battlefield 2018, and what is it now? Give or take 10 months. And a lot of players have moved on from Battlefield 1 at this point. A lot of people who played Battlefield 1 played it for a while, played a couple of DLCs, and now that other games have released since obviously Battlefield 1 came out, they have moved on to newer titles, different types of games, different genres, and all that stuff. So obviously the player count isn't where it was when Battlefield 1 came out, and isn't even where it was, for example, 5 months ago. And I think that personally, the gunplay in Battlefield 1 is a little bit too casual for my liking, mainly because of the damage multiplier for headshots, body shots, and arm shots. That makes it so that going for headshots isn't all that rewarding. The problem with the arm being in front of the chest, if you shoot the arm but you're aiming for the chest, the damage multiplier will be applied for the arm, and you're going to do that amount of damage to the enemy. So example, if you shoot somebody in the arm, I think it does 0.7 damage of your shot. So if that person has the arm hiding their chest and you shoot, you're literally shooting at the chest, but it hits the arm, it's unfortunate, but your shot is only going to do 0.7 times damage as opposed to 1 times damage if you were to hit them in the chest. So that is a big problem. But I think that it's a good thing that we're getting a TTK patch, but I think it's a little bit too late because so many of the players have moved on from Battlefield 1. I mean, there's still 2 DLCs to come out, or 1.5 DLC to come out. So maybe some players will come back just to try the new maps, try the new weapons and elite classes and all that stuff. But I think having that TTK patch released way back, like maybe March of last year, and them realizing that maybe the time to kill is a little bit too slow in Battlefield 1, and we were used to having something a little bit faster paced. Like, you could literally, in Battlefield 4, you could kill 3, 4, 5 enemies with 1 magazine of an assault rifle. If your aim was on point and you're getting headshots in there, easily you could kill 4 enemies with 1 clip. In Battlefield 1, tough luck. If you're using weapons that have 20, 30 shots, you might be able to kill 2, maybe 3 enemies, but that's kind of pushing it, just because bullets don't nearly do enough damage, and damage multiplier is absolutely disgusting in Battlefield 1 in my opinion. In Battlefield 4, for example, if you got a headshot with a weapon, you would do 2.13 times the damage of the bullet. So if your gun, your weapon did, for example, 30 damage up close, okay? So within 15 meters, your weapon did 30 damage. If you got a headshot in that, that means that it did 61 damage, give or take a couple of decimals here. And that's a hell of a lot of difference from the 1.7 times damage that is available in Battlefield 1 right now. Headshots just don't feel rewarding. If your aim is on point, you're trying to aim for the head, you are not rewarded in Battlefield 1. You're better off just aiming mid-mass and having those shots hit for sure, because obviously if you're aiming for a bigger target, the chances are that your shots are more than likely going to have a higher percentage chance to hit, as opposed to if you're aiming for the head, which is of course a smaller target than the chest. So you're absolutely not rewarded for headshots in Battlefield 1, and I think that is also one of the big problems of the gunplay being a lot more casual than previous titles, and I think that should have been looked at not too long after the game launched, as opposed to over a year later. So I personally think it's a little bit too late for the Time to Kill patch. I'm happy that it's finally coming out because I still enjoyed the game. I still play it frequently, but for some players, I think it's just a little bit too late. They've moved on to other games because the gunplay just wasn't engaging enough, so they just simply moved on to another title. So let me know in the comments down below what you think of the Time to Kill patch. If you actually want the Time to Kill patch to go through, because I know depending on if you play on PC or console, some people might have a different opinion, seeing as console does have the auto aim rotation, which would obviously make it easier if the time to kill is higher, because you have that auto aim rotation helping you aim. So it's just basically press a button and then the game kind of does the work for you, and then you could just start spraying. So I can see some people saying that no, they don't want the Time to Kill patch and they're okay how the gunplay is right now in Battlefield, but I think it should be balanced differently for console and PC. But I would really like gunplay to go back to a little bit higher skill level or higher skill threshold as in previous titles. So I want your opinions in the comments down below. I would love to get your feedback on the Time to Kill patch coming probably within the next couple of weeks. And while you're down there, be sure to hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Don't forget to join the Discord server, link in the description down below. And as always, thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.